Hello guys, Lan here. As of August 27th, 2022, there are 2,169 tradable limiteds, not counting glitched items. Out of this massive number count, many are well known by the trading community such as the Valkyrie Helm, Void Star, or maybe even Clockwork Headphones. But with that, there are also many random and unknown limiteds that people barely know or care about, due to their low demand and unappealing style. All of the items I've chosen to be on this list, I've actually owned or hoarded myself in early 2021. And today we're going to be looking at 5 extremely random limiteds you may have never heard of. First on this list we have an item called the Oceanic Guard Helmet. This item was published on September 16th, 2011 and was made as a limited unique with 750 copies, each costing 300 Robux to purchase upon release. And yeah, here we are, Oceanic Guard Helmet. Now this item is pretty interesting to say the least. Now this is an item that I did hoard back in 2021 and I can show an image right here. But as you can see, this item is around, 3k wrap or so. Doesn't have way too many premium copies or whatnot. You can see it has about 500 available, 70 premium. And yeah, I guess we could go ahead and take a look at the item as well. And here we go, here's Oceanic Guard Helmet. Now looking at this item, it looks pretty interesting for a 2011 item. I mean, it looks pretty well designed. That was probably the reason why I traded it in the first place. So yeah, have you guys ever seen this item before? It looks pretty interesting. I mean, it looks like it has an aquatic type, design to it. It's got some ancient symbols here and there, and it also has a flat bottom texture right there. So it looks like they didn't completely hollow it out. But yeah, as you can see, this item is selling kind of cheap in today's economy for a 750 copy limited. And yeah, it is a limited unique. But yeah, what do you guys think about this item? The second item we have on this list is a hat called Sabertooth Leader. Published on May 4th, 2011, this limited unique only had 500 available copies, and each of them costed 750 Robux. And here we go, here's Sabertooth Leader. Now, as of right now, it only has 45 premium copies, and looks like there's not really any too big hordes out there, except for like some guy with like 3 of them. But other than that, yeah, ever since I have hoarded a few of these copies before, but as you can see, there was quite a big horde up here, 43 copies. Now, that might just be the hoarder bots. I mean, I'm looking over here, I see Cosmic Bit, Wraith, Amy Lloyd, Darylan. If you guys don't know who these guys are, you guys can check out my other videos I've made on these hoarder bots before. I think I've made like 3 of them. I privated one of them because they were pretty bad. But yeah, Sabertooth is another item I thought looked really good, so I had a few of these copies. And as of right now, it's selling for not 100,000 Robux, and it actually sold for 20k, so it's doing pretty interesting right now. I mean, you can see it, it sells for 15k and then just immediately sells for 8 and then 4. And if we go all the way back in 2012, so it was released, I think costing, well, however much Robux it costed, but as you can see, it was pretty cheap, selling for 300 or so Robux. But yeah. And then of course, every old item has this weird gap, probably due to the April Fool's hack. I mean, I have no idea what this dash is caused by, but as you can see, it was still it's pretty interesting to see that it sells for 500 and then immediately the next day it just sells for 35 Robux. I mean, I'm just confused. Apparently there were LPPs back then, but yeah, this was an item I really liked back then. And I guess we can take a little bit of a closer look at it, but as if you look at it, it's pretty much a visage or a mask that you could wear. It's pretty much like a tiger. It looks pretty interesting. I mean, one of the reasons I started hoarding this is because Zara Glows used to own these, and they're really, honestly, pretty cool. Looks like it's going off the horror genre, and if you wear it on your avatar, it's pretty much like a mask almost. I'm pretty sure you could find some clothes out there with Sabertooth Leader, but other than that, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It looks pretty well textured and pretty well designed for an old item, so yeah. The third item on this list is Baltha the Sightless. It was released in January 2013, costing 300 Robux each with a stock of 525 copies. And here we go, gamers. We got Baltha the Sightless, probably the most, meme item we have on this list. I mean, I know some rare loungers were talking about this here and there. And as of right now, it has been selling quite decently, probably because it's a bit of a harder to find item, 76 premium copies, but I assume that most of those are hoarded. Yeah, you see Dragon Multiverse with 3 of them, Killock, Sparky, Bladeson, Golden Ray, and even Zara Glows has a copy. I'm pretty sure she has a few copies. Or not, I guess she's just upgraded them. I mean, she has 2 of them, but yeah, as you can see that there are bots here, so Golden Ray, Derry Leon, Liquid Tommy. But yeah, I guess we can go give this item a closer look. And here we got Baltha on sale for 60,000 Robux. Again, I don't think anybody will buy that unless they're really stupid. And I got this kid right here, Newfin. Back then, I was absolutely in love with this guy's avatar. I tried getting to trade with him. He'd never give me any of his items. And whenever I wanted something, he would make me overpay so much for it, so I never did. But Baltha has a really nice texture. So it's called Baltha the Sightless, so I'm assuming that this hat is supposed to represent a warrior that can't see. There is a condition worse than blindness, and that is seeing something that isn't there. Well, I'd be pretty terrified to see something that isn't there, but yeah, this item looks really good for a 2013 item, I must say. This is another reason why I hoarded this item back then, but yeah. The next item on our list is a bit of a rare one. Master of Ceremonies was published on June 16th, 2012 for the cost of 1,000 Robux each, with a stock of just 300 copies. It seems Roblox intended this item to be expensive. However, like the beginning of most expensive limiteds, this item began selling for quite low for what it had been sold out for. Now, I bet a lot of you have not seen this one, Master of Ceremonies. Now, this item only sold with 300 copies, and somehow, many years later, since 2011, it still somehow has 200 copies left. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how that's possible. It seems there's also a massive hoard built up. Now, I want to see, is my copy still in circulation? I'm not sure. I don't think 190. I'm pretty sure 196 was my copy in circulation. Okay, I guess not. What about 169? Okay, I guess not. Maybe I just confused the serials, but as you can clearly see here, a guy by the name of Nick Ritz, I think I know this guy, he's been hoarding them. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing. It seems he has like an entire page full of them. He also happened to get one 5 days ago, and you see Newfin also has one. I probably tried getting one from Newfin. Zaraglows has one, and also the bots happen to have their own respective copies of one. But yeah, let's go ahead and give this item a closer look. And yeah, as you can see here, Master of Ceremonies, this thing looks pretty sick in my opinion. I mean, it kind of looks like a Valkyrie helm if you take a look at it really closely. But this item, when I tried trading for this, I only managed to own one copy. This thing was surprisingly pretty hard to get. I mean, I remember this back then being like 3k wrap. Now as you can see, it started selling for like 10k and whatnot. Up for 30,000 Robux, yeah. Not a very cheap item, is it? Although it has sold for 5k within the last 180 days. 6k a few times, and then mostly just 10ks and whatnot. But yeah, I really like this item back then. I'm pretty sure I definitely traded it off. I'm not exactly sure what I traded it off for. I mean, those are probably in my later trading, in my older trading videos that I might have to go through. But yeah, what an interesting item. And our final item is Rusty McBucketton, which, believe it or not, was once marked as a rare by Rollimons themselves in 2018. This item happens to be the rarest in our list, arguably, as well as being hoarded at the time of recording, except the hoarder has a private inventory. Published on July the 23rd of 2009, this item is our only non-limited unique on this list. It only costed around 100 Robux, and it later became a limited with just 313 copies ever sold. Yeah, and here we got Rusty McBucketton, probably the ugliest item on my list, and to be honest with you, I never liked this item when I had it. I mean, I think I had 2 copies of this. I think someone gave me like a 10k overpay on one of my copies, and I just ended up upgrading the other one. But Rusty McBucketton, yeah, quite an ugly item. Now, there is a bit of a significant hoard. Now, it looks like the hoarder actually unprivate his inventory. Yeah, there he is. Or this might be a new person, actually, who happens to own these books. So let's see this guy's value. So it seems he has 300k. Apparently he's had 3 million at some point, but this guy happens to have quite a few copies. And yeah, there we go. This is Corey. This was the guy I wanted to talk about. This is the guy who had a lot of Rusty McBucketons. As you can see, he barely profited from that hoard, and he finally seems to have managed to trade them off, and he got what seems to be like a 40-ish k overpay. And he has quite a nice amount of items, although Heart Balloon is doing horrible right now. Kawaii got devalued. Alpaca got devalued. This is just a nice semi-rare. This is a bit of a semi-rare too, some demand and whatnot. So it's pretty interesting to see that QWERTY traded off his hoard. I mean, I remember this guy getting premium not too long ago, and he wasted an entire month and he couldn't trade off the entire hoard whatsoever. But it seems that that one other guy now happens to have all the copies, although there seems to be other copies in circulation at the moment. But yeah, let's give this item a closer look. Yeah, for a 2009 item, this item looks pretty bad. I mean, I get it was made in 2009, so it doesn't obviously look that good, but the description says he runs on DOS 5.0. Now, this item manages to sell for around 4k to 5k. I guess those get grabbed up pretty quickly. It's up for about 12k right now, with about half of that being the average price. I admit I never liked this item before. I'm pretty sure I already said that, but I traded it for it just simply because it was rare. I mean, it was marked as a rare by Rollimons themselves at one point, but yeah, I did manage to profit off of one of my copies, as I've said before. But yeah, other than that, this item looks pretty bad. Probably the worst looking item on this list, but yeah. And my friends, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching this. And I just also wanted to bring up my inventory in, what is this? Yeah, like I said, 2021, April of 2021. This is what my inventory looked like. Now, surprisingly, if I kept all of these items, all of these random wrap items, I would have actually had 2 mil right now. Now, I know Astraeus is projected. So, yeah, it's projected by quite a bit. So, I guess minus 200k would be like, 1.7 mil. Around what I have right now, although I think I have less, but... yeah, I had Scott and Brass. I mean, I had a bunch of random limiteds. I actually made trading videos when I had all these limiteds before, and I actually ended up upgrading almost all of these. The only item out of this list that I still have is Flying Meteor, believe it or not. So I can actually confirm this. And as you can clearly see, and yeah, right here, about 2 years ago, I gave it to my friend for just a few days, and then I traded it back to my main. But as you can see, I've owned this Flying Meteor for 2 years now. I absolutely love Flying Meteor. Maybe I could feature this in one of my other videos or something like that. But other than that, yeah, this is how my inventory looked. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you had a good day. Later.